Welcome everybody to another great episode of Brutally Honest. It's your boy Stitches NBC.
And your boy Brutal Keith.
For those watching us live, press 1. If you're watching us on replay, press 2. And if you guys want to shout out, press 3. Now, I know we're getting a lot of times, first time viewers, and y'all probably wondering, who are these two guys? Or is this just two guys just talking? Are we just two guys just talking, Keith?
No, we're not. I mean, I know it may look that way, but this is actually an interactive show. And what I mean by that, and for those of you that have already participated, for those of you that are new, that are just coming in, we react to your comments. We stay current with everything that's coming through, checking everything. If your comment's relevant to the topic we're talking about at hand, we'll definitely shout you out and bring you in. But more importantly, we're not just two guys sitting here talking to shoot the... All right? We actually give a lot of gems. We have a lot of advice to give. We've lived through experiences, both him and me, and we share those with you guys. And a lot of them you can either relate to or you can laugh at and have a little bit of fun with it. Sometimes we definitely enjoy. I don't know if you guys seen that MILF Hunter video, but that one was definitely a favorite making. We still got more to come. We'll fill y'all in on that also. But ultimately, man, we appreciate the interaction. It keeps the show engaging and active for the viewers watching. And if you're catching this on a replay, please don't be afraid to jump in. I know it's not the same as being there live, but say your piece. We still want to hear your comments. We might have some questions we could ask or some advice we can give. So don't be shy. We don't bite. But like Stitch said last week, we're not forcing anything on anybody. I'm not really even asking you to do it. If you feel the need to do so, it's completely up to you.
Because at the end of the day, what we're really preaching is be yourself. At the end of the day,
Facts.
We are not here, and I'm going to repeat myself, we are not here to change anybody's mind. I don't want to change nobody's mind. I respect everybody's opinion. However, what we are trying to do is open minds. Make sure, we're trying to bring out awareness and trying to make ourselves understand each other a lot better. So maybe, who knows, maybe we could actually get along and maybe not take everything so personal nowadays. This is not just two guys talking. It is from a guy's perspective, and it's great because it's versatile. We've been through our teens and our 20s, so we could give that, that point of view. I'm in my 30s, and Keith he could give you the 40 perspective, because
I'm not 40.
He's over 40.
No, I'm not in my 40s. I'm still in my 30s, bro. Hell, 40 is the new 20. I don't know what this guy talking about. I don't know about no old guy's perspective.
That's one way to kill a joke. That's number one. In case y'all don't know who Keith is he's the MILF Hunter. And at the end of the day, we do take what we do serious. Been put in here as to provide a service for others. We are here to try to help other people, and we take ourselves serious. Because at the end of the day, if you want people to take you serious, you gotta take yourself serious. You want people to invest in you and invest in your dreams. Then what is it that are what are your goals? Why are you waking up in the morning? And as far as the saying, invest in yourself and invest in yourself. I want to show you guys our brand new background, 2019 Brutally Honest. Y'all ready? Drum roll, please. Somebody. Y'all get the. You're helping me with this, not you. Can somebody give me a drum roll? Ta-da! Look how beautiful that looks.
Amazing, right?
Talking about why the yin yang, because
I think that's pretty cool. Like, I thought that was hot. That design, everything, I thought it was pretty hot, man. I really like it. What you guys think?
We appreciate that as well. As we said, we preach be yourself, and we also preach life is balance, and that's what a yin yang represents to me. You can't have the good without the bad, and you can't have the bad without the good. A lot of times, you just got to roll with the punches. A lot of times when things are good and things are going great and things are going your way, it's good to just sit back and actually appreciate those times, because we know that in this life, nothing really lasts forever. And with that being said, when things are going tough and you are going through hardships in your life, with that being said, that nothing lasts forever, then, after the thunderstorm, the sun will shine again. And that's what life is balance definitely represents to me. Now, what we're going to be talking about today is don't apologize for who you are. Don't apologize for what you said, especially if you meant it. Don't apologize for what you did if that's exactly what you really wanted to do. You know, don't apologize to spare others' feelings. You know, that's what we're going to be talking about. We're always going to be talking about how people only cheat on the ones that they don't care about. And, you know, when you say that, and I want to say that because when you say it, it's very harsh, you know, very harsh.
It's very brutal.
Very brutal, and maybe even insensitive to those that have been cheated on. Myself as well, you know, we're speaking from experience. What's sad is that I feel like maybe, y'all can disagree with me, is that like most of the people that we come across with have been cheated on. So when you go through these numbers, you feel like, wow, most people cheat nowadays. So being unfaithful and disloyal, especially in this time, is definitely a trending topic that everybody's aware of and it's affected by and hurt by as well. You know, if you really feel like all women cheat, if you really feel like all men are dogs, then that to me is a sign of insecurity.
I don't know. I mean, I think all women cheat. I'm not necessarily insecure.
Yeah, but you're different, bro. You're a MILF hunter. You're like in another category. What I'm talking about, like if you're a jealous person, that's a sign of insecurity.
Facts.
If you got trust issues, I personally don't see that as a form of insecurity. I would see you feeling that all men cheat or all women cheat. I feel like that's more of an insecurity than the other thing. Than the contrary.
Okay, and I can see that.
I don't know. That's just an open opinion. You know, we could debate that if you guys want. But what I'm saying about this is like, you know, especially like when we hear somebody that's been cheated on, the first thing that he or she says is like, oh my God, I can't believe they cheated on me. I did everything for them. I made them happy. I did this and I did that. And then we start hearing this and if nobody stops and think like, wait a minute, you're the one saying this. You're the one saying that you did everything for this person and you was always there and you showed them the love and affection and you did everything that you thought you was doing everything.
Facts.
But clearly you wasn't. Clearly there was something lacking in that relationship that your partner had to run off and have this unfaithful moment. You know, a lot of times we feel like, why is it that people cheat? They feel like it's just a random act of horniness. Like, or maybe that is even planned. Now, okay, sometimes it happens,
might have moments. It might be moments of that, but
definitely, I don't feel like somebody intentionally goes out there and like, oh, I'm just gonna cheat, or does it just happen? No, there are moments that everything happens, especially if you're in an unhappy relationship. Yeah, you're going to plan to cheat. Yeah, you're going to go out there with the intentions of cheating on your partner.
And that's that 80-20 effect where you got 80 at home, everything's okay, but it's not perfect. It's not that 100%. So what do? You go out there looking for that extra 20%. And you might find it out there, and this is what happens, right? Like you said, it's not always a planned thing or a it just happened thing. It could be you're unhappy at home, so you're looking for somebody. You find 20%, but once you leave what you had, all you end up with this 20%. And I mean, that happens too.
What I'm trying to say is more like if we stop thinking as far as I did everything for this person and that person still cheated on me, maybe we should stop thinking that way. Maybe we should start thinking it didn't matter what I did. It didn't matter what I didn't do. That person was going to cheat regardless because of the lack of communication that was in it. Now, why do people cheat? Why is there so much cheating? You know what? We've had episodes on that. We've discussed that. We're not going to get into it. What I do want to get into is something like there's two mixtures that needs to happen for a relationship to work. We all go into a relationship with two needs. The need for closeness and the need for distance. Now, what's sad about this is that our needs and with the person that we meet are not always the same. For an example, and I'm going to put myself an example. This is me personally. I'm more of a distant person. You know, I don't like that closeness. I don't like that clinginess. I like the distance because I like the sense of freedom, the sense of individuality, the sense of nobody owns me, that I am still my own person. You know, so if I'm going into a relationship or a situation with somebody, I have to let her know these things. Like, look, ma, I'm not the type that I like to be texting a lot. I'm not the type that I like to be on my phone a lot. I'm not the type that if we're chilling, I'm not the cuddle type. I'm not this and I'm not that, ma. This is what you got to understand. It's not that I'm pushing you away. This is my comfort level of love. That's the communication that I'm talking about. Now, shorty can be the opposite. Maybe she's more, you know, when I say clingy, I don't mean it in a bad way. I just mean like she always wants to be together. She likes to be hugged up no matter what it is that we do, and she likes that sense of protectiveness, and like, you know, like or stability, you know. And we're just using examples. I know it to switch around, you know, but she needs to let me know these things. That's how she loves. So that way, if I can understand that, I'm not gonna feel overwhelmed, and I'm not gonna feel drowned with the affection and feel like, oh my God, I can't even breathe. Especially if I'm a person that I appreciate having the distance, you know? Now, with the understanding, me understanding her and me knowing that this is what she likes, then I need to understand that that's how she interprets love and that's how she's comfortable with loving in the relationship. So if I'm so distant and yo siempre quiero estar alejado, a little bit away from it, I need to understand that no, there's going to be some times where, mommy, I'm going to put my arm around your shoulder. I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to tell you things. I'm going to keep you close. That's where the communication is. And then if shorty knows that she's always going to be on top of me, she needs to understand that, no, she needs to fall back a couple of steps and give me that space and give me that respect as well. Maybe if we could get through that in the beginning, you know, maybe things can go along more forward. Because the reality is, listen, not everybody that we meet, we have to smash. Not everybody that we meet, we have to get involved with. You know, the reality is, I might never even see you again. We might not even be friends. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay. You know, we don't have to be running around taking everything personal or all of us. You know, life is too short for that. Let's try to minimize what it is that we go through on a daily basis, because life is hard, period.
It is. And not for nothing, I mean, you started it off with the right thing. It takes that communication. But it also takes you knowing yourself. Definitely. And what I mean by that is you have to know if you like the distance, or if you like somebody to be close to you, up under you, or that attention all the time. And if you do, you have to be vocal about what you want in a relationship. And I mean, I know this is sort of off topic a little bit, but just being direct, sometimes we got to be selfish in that regards of stating what we want and our intentions up front, and letting that be known and clear from the very beginning. That way, you're not second guessing it. You're not trying to figure out what this person wants out of you or from you. You already know, and you can adjust and act accordingly. But back to the topic, and that's sort of getting back into regards of the aspect of being cheated on. It also comes with that communication. Like he said, if you're unhappy, before you decide to step out on your woman or step out on your man, talk to them. Let them know where you stand. That you're not happy and you're having second thoughts about the relationship, the situationship, whatever it is you want to call what you got going on. But if that's the person I don't want to say you are sleeping with, but if that's the person you're intimate with, you should be able to have those conversations without it being any type of problems or arguments or fights to where or resentment where it can't be talked out. Because at the end of the day, all everybody doing is just saying what they want out of this situation or this relationship, and seeing if it's something that you guys are on the same page to move forward with. Sometimes you might start on the same page with somebody, and after a while realize, you know what? We on two separate roads. We might have been heading in the same direction. You know, I felt the wind on my face. She felt the wind on her face. We going this way, but I'm 3 streets over here. She's on that side. We actually not even going the same way. And
drift apart. I understand.
And exactly. But it has to be that communication, or what's going to happen is, like you said, somebody's going to get cheated on. And 9 times out of 10, and this is something you've stated in other shows of ours as well, 9 times out of 10, that relationship was over well before the cheat happened.
Most relationships are over way before they end. Way before the breakup. That's actually my quote. Most relationships are over way before the breakup. Now, to just close off that topic, you know, if we understand each other's comfort level of love, the differences between closeness and distance. Maybe we wouldn't use harsh words as far as clingy and someone being cold. You know, I'm gonna end it with that. So Keith,
Well,
I don't care what you did, bro. I don't care what you said. If you meant it, don't say sorry.
No, bro.
No, because you're gonna go and do it again, Keith.
No.
You're gonna go,
I'm
but
sorry.
you wanna say sorry and sorry.
I'm
For what?
sorry.
For what?
No, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm sorry.
For what?
I'm sorry. Actually, remember that time we did the show where I did that in the beginning? I kept saying I was sorry, and in that show I actually meant it. This time I really didn't.
So why are you saying it? Why are you apologizing for something that you didn't even mean?
You know what, Stitch?
Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Here's what I'm gonna say why we do this. And I'm not gonna say I like it, but I think it's a part of our nature in general. And what I mean by that is, regardless of how we are as people or individuals, I think we are considerate of other people. And a lot of times we apologize for stuff that we don't mean. You know, we just being ourselves, being us, and because somebody got offended or took it the wrong way, it's like, oh,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean that. Like,
yes, you did.
but then you think about it, and it's like, well, I'm just being myself. I didn't realize that would offend them. You know, that's how they took it. But am I really sorry?
So you shouldn't say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. You shouldn't say that. You should just say, oh, I didn't mean to offend you.
And just leave it at
Right?
that.
And just
Exactly.
leave it like that.
Take
Gotcha.
the sorry out of it. One of the things, and just, you know, being personal, one of the things my mom, you know, taught me and my brothers growing up was never be sorry for anything, to be honest with you. And what she said is, if you need to apologize for something, say you apologize. But to say you're sorry means you're weak, you're less than, you're not enough, you're not adequate. You're sorry. So if that's what you're calling yourself, those are the thoughts and images you're gonna think of yourself. So that's something she instilled in me at a young age. So saying I'm sorry isn't really something that I normally do, but at the same time, I have recognized that there are times where I apologize in situations that I'm really not sorry or apologetic, but it's because I'm being considerate of somebody else's feelings that I take the step back to try to make them feel comfortable. Well, F that. And that's what I'm going to say straight up, because we promote being yourself.
Which doesn't come with ignorance.
It doesn't. And I'm not saying go out there and just offend a bunch of people and then look at them and laugh like, I'm not sorry. No. I'm not saying go that route either. That might get you in some trouble. Somebody might not like what you did and might actually retaliate. So don't do anything like that. But at the end of the day, if you're being yourself, for example, sometimes I could be an a-hole. Period. Okay. Straight up. It's just how I am, because for me, I'm very direct and brutal. And sometimes that hurts people's feelings.
Sensitive people. Or people that don't understand.
Or don't understand, exactly, don't understand where I'm coming from, that my heart might be in the right place, even if it's coming off negative. Mm-hmm. Or even if you don't like what I'm telling you, it's coming from a right place if I'm saying it.
It's that you got that face. You got that face. Like, even me, bro. Like, when I first met you, I didn't like you. I mean, I know you for 2 years, and I'm having a hard time being right next to you right now. But we got a show to do. You know, we're helping people. But anyway, continue.
I'm okay with that. You know why?
And I'm not gonna say sorry just because I don't like you. Because you gotta be who you gotta be. You know.
You know what? That actually hurt my feelings.
I don't gotta. Well, it wasn't my intention to hurt your feelings, Keith. But it is what it is.
But no apology needed, right? Right. But the reality is, and this is why I wanted to talk about this, Stitch. I mean, in last week's episode, it came up a couple of times. And, you know, jumping right into it this week, you know, some of the examples I want to use, and like I said, being personal with myself, is sometimes we can overthink things. And sometimes we let anxiety get in the way. And this is something, you know, I've actually done research on this. And something that came up in the research that I was doing is a lot of times people that have high anxiety are actually the people that apologize the most. They actually apologize for everything.
Because they feel like they did everything wrong.
Exactly. They have so much anxiety that they're apologizing for thinking too much. Oh, you know, I'm so sorry. I'm just an overthinker. I'm always analyzing everything. I'm so sorry. But that's you. You're an analyzer. You overthink things. You've always been like that since I met you. You don't have to apologize. Well, I'm so sorry. You know what? I'm talking too much. I'm going through all of these thoughts in my mind, and I just can't stop. And I'm just so sorry. And it's like, but that's how you was when I met you. I'm actually cool with that. I like a person that can keep a conversation and is intellectual and things like that. But I get the anxiety, and I get where you're coming from. But
no, they're just using the wrong words, because at the end of the day, we are our own self-fulfilling prophecy. So everything that they said, I heard. I'm hearing you talk, bro. Everything that they said, and then everything that you said after, is what the person should be repeating themselves to. They shouldn't be over here thinking, oh my God, I'm such an overthinker, and I'm such a nervous wreck. No, wait a minute. Can you stop? Can you just stop? Just stop it. Seriously. You're not an overthinker. No, what you do is that you like to take your time specifically because you like to be detailed. How about you say that instead? Oh my God, I'm such a nervous wreck, and you was like, yeah, but I like a person that can keep a conversation going. Why don't you start saying that about yourself too? This is what the problem, not a problem, but actually,
I love that
what it's supposed to be, bro. But this is what about being brutal. Because if real talk, if you come at me, anybody comes at me, and you're gonna try to talk to me like you're putting yourself down, I am not the one that's gonna hear it, and I am not the one that's gonna stand there like, no, shut up, straight up, bro. I've done that.
You're gonna support it. You're gonna support. Oh no, you don't think that way about yourself? Good, you shouldn't. Let me support that, right? Let me help you not feel that way. But the reality is you're right. We should encourage somebody that has anxiety to look at it from a different perspective. And if you're watching and if you go through these type of things, and maybe it's you that's always apologizing for things. Maybe you're the person that I'm talking to today, where sometimes you got to think, if you're just being yourself, there's no need to apologize for it. And what I mean by that is, the reality is you don't really mean it anyways. You don't mean you're sorry. You don't mean to be apologetic. You just didn't mean to offend or get miscommunicated. You meant what you said when you said it. Most people do.
You just didn't know the person was going to feel disrespected.
Exactly.
And then after that came across, now you feel like you did something wrong.
And
not like, oh snap, oh my bad, like damn, bro, like I ain't mean it like that, but damn, like, you know, like that's when you gotta let people know. But at the end of the day, you know, people could say sorry a lot, people could say apologies, you know, people could say whatever they want to say, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna go based on your actions. Straight up, because y'all can disagree with me on that. Like somebody that's always saying they hate on you and all the blah 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 blah, but all they do is show you love. I'm gonna go by that. Or somebody that says how much they love you and care for you, but all they do is hate on you behind your back. I'm gonna go by that as well too.
And,
you know,
even throw that into the topic with the apologies. If somebody all they do is, oh, I'm sorry, babe, I didn't mean to yell at you. I mean to have a fight anymore. But every time you turn around, they still doing exactly what they apologizing for. You're not even going to trust their word anymore.
And that's the thing. How is it that you know when somebody's actually being sincere? How is it that you know when somebody's actually being genuine with the apology? And somebody asked me that, and my question to them was like, oh, that's a great question. How would I know? By the signs of progression. Now, what do you mean by signs of progression? You know, showing that you're actually making an effort. Maybe what you apologized for, whatever it was, maybe it's just a bad habit. You know, maybe it's something that you're used to doing a lot, and it's something that you're trying to break out of. So here and there, you might do it again. Oh, damn, babe, I'm sorry, I did it again. But let the communication, back to the let the person know, like, oh man, I know you don't like this, but it's actually a bad habit. You know, you're right. I do agree with you. Maybe I should try to adjust myself again, because if it's gonna change the person who you are, then the person should accept you. You know, as well. You know, it all goes hand in hand. So it's just the signs of progression. How do you know what somebody really means it when they say sorry? Do their actions back it up? Do people mess up? Yes. Do people slip? Yes. We're not perfect. We all got flaws. I understand that. We can all mess up. We can all mess up multiple times. But what makes a real man and what makes a real woman, if you're actually able to own up and admit to your mess up and try to make a change after the awareness. You know?
And in regards to that too, just understand that communication comes with listening with understanding, not listening for action. And what I mean by that is, if you're only listening to what somebody's saying so you can react to it, then you're not going to get the full interpretation of what they're trying to put out there. And that might be you that's taking it the wrong way. That might not be a miscommunication on their part. That might be something that you have to personally adjust yourself on and realize that we're not all perfect. And hey, you can apologize to somebody if maybe you were the one that, you know what, my mind was somewhere else. I really didn't get what you was trying to say. I'm sorry for not paying attention. Can you repeat that for me?
Period. And to move on, to move on with the topic, just to close that off, don't apologize for being yourself. What is it that you're really apologizing for? Maybe you should just communicate yourself better and move forward from that, because if you keep on saying sorry for something that you really don't mean, now you're going to come off as a fibber. The word, you being a man of your word goes out the door, out the window. It's over. At the end of the day, all we have is our word. Wars have started, wars have ended. That's how powerful words are. Guard it with your life. Protect your word. Be a man and be a woman of your word, So today I have posted, to finish up the line, right? We have posted, ladies, and I'm going to read it. And I told you, MILF Hunter, to just hold off, man. Just hold off. I can go back to the freedom. Y'all know me on my personal page. Now, ladies, and even guys too, will you cancel plans with your friends if the guy you've been talking to for a few months asked you out on a date for Valentine's Day? Now, you've had these plans with your girls for 2 months, It's a month before Valentine's Day and the dude hits you up, hey, listen, man, I wanna do something for Valentine's Day, blah, 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 blah. But shorty has plans already with her friends for that. What situation is best? Would you cancel your plans that you already had with your friends for the guy that wants to spend Valentine's with you, even though you've only been talking to him for a few months? I've gotten a lot of yeses and I've gotten a lot of noses. Not noses, but you know what I mean. What is your response, bro?
Well, my response to it, and honestly, I was gonna sort of throw it back on you, just because I was gonna say, would you? Just because I know how you are, yourself. But at the same time, the way you worded it was the ladies. So I just sort of stepped back and I just looked at the responses. But
a few guys responded to it.
I was going to say, but personally, I have to say I agree with the woman that said no.
Okay, cool. That's great. I don't think you disagree. Now we can have a conversation.
And the realest thing about that isn't so much that she's not trying to take care of her guy. The realest thing about that I actually enjoyed in some of the messages I actually read was that, one, if the plans was already set, then she already has obligations. Now, I'm not saying Valentine's Day isn't a special day for couples, and if that's who you're talking to or dealing with for months now, like you said, for months, that might be a day you want to spend with that person. But if this was some plans that was made maybe before y'all met, or maybe even right in the beginning stages of that, how can I expect a woman to cancel her plans when me personally, I wouldn't? And that's just me being real. If I already had set plans, and that's one thing, if you know me, I like to make plans, I like to make goals, and I like to try to stick as much as possible to that. That's how I keep on my wave. But are there exceptions?
There's exceptions to everything.
And what I was going to say is the only exception I would make to that is if I expressed how I felt, that, these are plans that were already set. Can we do something the day after or the day before? Or if we can roll it over to next weekend. And what I mean by that is Valentine's Day is cool.
You understand it.
It's a special day.
That's what I'm
But Valentine's Day is one freaking day out of the year. If this is somebody I see something in and I'm trying to build with them, I'm going to make an effort to show them that, look, I am invested in this. But I also, like you said in the beginning, have to let them know that I have boundaries. And if I already have set plans, I'm going to stick with those plans, but we can make other ones.
Yeah, definitely. Because so the question is very simple. Will you cancel plans with your friends if the guy or person you've been talking to wants to spend Valentine's Day with you? I just use Valentine's because Valentine's is coming up and it goes well with the topic and the times that we're in right now. There's really no right or wrong answer. Like whether you cancel or you don't cancel, at the end of the day, that's really on you. You know, because a lot of factors play in. How much do you really like the guy? Or do you really even take the guy serious? Or how much do you really like your friends that you have your plan with? And are they really even your friends? Or that's just people that you just, spend and fill your time up with? I understand there's a lot of different factors. How long you've known the guy, how long you know your friends, how long the plans was. What if it's a birthday? And, hey, listen, I get it. There's two sides of it though. Like you said, one side is the understanding part, and I completely now. Would I personally tell a girl like, but damn, I really wanna spend that day with you. Can you reschedule? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even put myself in that situation and even ask the person to reschedule, no matter how bad I want it. I'm just going to understand as a man or woman. We're just gonna fall back and understand and be like, you know what? You already had your plans beforehand. I can't expect you to just cancel them like you just said, right? Just for me. I get it, but this is the other side. Before you add what you're going to say,
yeah, because I was going to say, I'm throwing the socket ring right into it.
How would you feel if it's the other way around? I'm not saying whether it's right or whether it's wrong, but how would you feel if it's the other way around? Because if the person does it without being asked to, this is very simple. I don't want people to throw in all these other equations. No. Let's simplify, black and white. How would you feel if it was the other way around? How would I feel if Shorty hits me up, hey, Pa, I want to do this for you on Valentine's Day, but Valentine's Day falls on a special occasion I got with my friends or whatever, it's a football game, basketball game, whatever it is. Dudes, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Gotcha. I get it. We don't celebrate Valentine's, but it falls on a Thursday this year. We probably have plans like, yo, let's go check the game. You single, I'm single, we ain't got nothing else to do. It's not that we're going to go to a club and try to bag all the lonely girls now. We might, maybe after the game. But come on, let's talk about something else.
Ooh, you getting close.
What I'm saying is, how would you feel? So if Shorty be like, yo, if I want to do this and that, and I tell her, damn, I already got plans, but I'm going to see if I can reschedule, how's the Shorty going to feel? Or if it's the other way around, if Shorty tells me, damn, Pa, I already got plans that night or that weekend, with my friends or whatever, but listen, I'm going to see if I can reschedule with them and I'm going to make myself available to you. Period. How would that make me feel? I'm gonna automatically like her a lot more. Yeah. Automatically, I'm gonna feel like she takes me serious.
And she treats you special.
And I'm not gonna say that if she doesn't, I'm not gonna say I don't understand or I'm gonna feel less. No. But I'm gonna say that if you did, you just gained yourself points. Automatically. I don't care who disagrees with that. I like you a little bit more now.
Okay, but let me throw this in here. This is the soccer wrench coming from left field.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. All right. Come on, man. Come on.
Don't apologize for being the a-hole this time, right?
I'm going to say sorry.
But what if you did say that and Shorty told you she had plans and like you said, you didn't tell her to change her plans and nothing now, so it is what it is. But instead, you made plans with somebody else.
Well, that's what we're going to be talking about next week, Keith.
It is.
Because as far as we're not even steady. We're not even official. We're not even exclusive. And hold up, you still want a Valentine's Day gift? What the hell? Where they do that at? Wait a minute. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I just want to say this. For those of you watching that's planning on getting me a Valentine's Day gift, I like PlayStation 4s. I like, expensive clothing. I like all designer stuff. Whatever you want, those things. Go ahead.
I got Xbox One games in the cabinet. I know he said PS4, but X1 Wax will work as well too. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Next week we're gonna be talking about, do you deserve a Valentine's Day gift? And we're also gonna talk about, I know you had a topic. I know, but I want to save your topic for the actual week of Valentine's. And okay. I want to talk about this next week. And you tag Brutally Honest. I don't know if you remember or not, but check it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
If you are with your partner and you bump into someone from the past, are you obligated? I don't like that word. Let's say, should you? I'm going to reword it. Should you tell your partner that you have a history with that person? That's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. It's your boy Stitches MBC.
Your boy Brutal Keith. Can't wait for next week, guys. Definitely tune in.
And it's another Brutally Honest. Thank y'all all. We fully appreciate it. I love y'all all. Like, comment, and share.
But only if you want to.
I don't know if y'all feel like it.